What's going on, guys? This is K Vegas Kicks, and I am back with yet another pickup review for you today. Guys, we have another pair of the Kobe 6 Grinch. I've reviewed this shoe several times, but this is a new batch for me. This is also coming from a new seller. This is coming from HEYHOP.ru. You can see their information there, including that discount code KICKS for $15 off. And of course, this will all be in the description of the video as well. But it's HEYHOP.ru for these Kobe 6 Grinches. Before we get into the shoes though, guys, if you're enjoying the content I'm putting out, I would really appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, let me know which reviews you are enjoying the most. I really appreciate it. So let's get right into these Kobe 6 Grinches from HEYHOP.ru. Like I said, guys, this is a new batch for me. This is the S2 batch of the Kobe 6 Grinch. I have previously reviewed the God Killer, and then just this week I was able to secure a pair of the World Killers from Airfly Kicks. And all these batches, I gotta say, are all very high quality. They all have their different pros, and so I'm very happy to be able to review the different batches for you and just show you what the different options are out there. So again, this is the S2 batch of the Kobe 6 Grinch protro. So let's get right into this review, guys. We're gonna start on the outsole of the shoe, and it does have your typical Kobe 6 outsole. Everything looking very good. You've got that green apple color here on the back of the solid rubber compound. This traction feels very good. It feels firm. Doesn't feel like it's gonna wear down or anything like that. Sometimes these little ridges here, you can kind of really move them with your fingers. This is a little bit stiffer, which is a good thing, should hold up better. The Kobe 6 logo there in red looking good. Of course, you do have the real carbon fiber there on the shank plate. And then this section of the outsole is done in a semi-translucent sole. It does have a little bit more milkiness to it, which looks good. And again, this feels, it feels really firm here as well. Just feels high quality. I don't know if firm is the right word. I don't want to give off the wrong impression. Just feels high quality. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy, anything like that. Everything looking good there on the outsole on this pair from HEYHOP.ru. Let's move on to the midsole. Of course, you got your Nike Zoom here in the back. You do have your little indentions there. And then moving on to the toe box, of course, you got your Phenomenon there. Everything looking good on the outsole of the shoe. You can really see, like I say, it's like a semi-translucent, but almost like that milky green outsole, so that looks good. And so on the midsole, you do have, it's kind of a flat green all the way to this line. Starting here, you do get a little bit of a gloss, not much, and it is texturized more on this panel than back here. I hope you can see that on camera. Everything looking good. So on the S2 batch, my understanding, and this is my experience from playing in them as well, because I played in a different colorway of the S2, this is going to have zoom bags in the front and the back. So that's another benefit to this batch, as well as the World Killer batch. The Protro only has the zoom turbo unit in the forefoot, and then just the Cushlon back here in the heel. Like I say, guys, these are going to have zoom bags front and back. So if that's a cushioning setup that you enjoy, then this may be a really good option for you. And the shoe, like I say, is looking extremely good. So that's one really good benefit to some of the other batches, is that you get zoom bags front and back. Moving on to the upper, you can see the scale pattern looking good. These scales themselves have a nice sheen to them, and then the mesh, I guess, behind it, or the fused material, is more of a flat color. It does have some gradient effect to it. I hope that's picking up on camera. Not just a solid color. It goes, from the darker green fading up to the lighter a little bit. So that's looking good there on the upper. The material feels good. It doesn't feel weak or flimsy. Feels high quality. Flexes with you, of course, because you want that, but just doesn't feel cheap. I think the build quality of this shoe feels really good. That's another thing, the weight. It's a lightweight basketball shoe, but it still has that good weight to it that tells you it's high quality. I've mentioned this in so many of my videos, but when you pick up a pair of replicas and they feel super light, that's just a bad sign that the tech is not there, that your midsole and outsole, the materials are extremely cheap. So you don't get that with this shoe. This feels high quality. Moving on, you've got your typical Kobe laces looking good there. You do have this little space between the first lace and this little loop here, which that is correct. You can see the honeycomb pattern on the tongue, looking good there, and it feels good. Doesn't feel too firm, but feels cushioning like that. Moving on up the tongue, you do have what feels to be like a memory foam inside this material here. Feels nice, and then you can see the Kobe logo in red, and it does have a little bit of sheen to it, a little bit of shine. There you go, you can kind of see it right there. So that looks nice, and it is, if I can get it on camera, get these laces out of the way, it is pressed into the tongue and not just stuck on like some of the cheaper replicas. You can see the nice shape of the tongue as well, and the stitch lines, everything looking nice and neat. That'll give, there's a good indication of the shape of the tongue right there. Yeah, everything looks good. You can see it does have the correct insole. I actually removed the insole on the other shoe, so we'll take a look at that in a second. But you can see the sock liner and everything, the right colors, the right shape, everything's looking good on this pair. So let's look at the lateral side of the shoe. Of course, you've got your black Nike swoosh. Looks to me like the entire swoosh, the scales and the swoosh behind it have a little bit of a gloss to them. You can see it is a nice clean line. Okay, so you can see that looking good there. These do fit true to size. I slipped them on before the video. Felt very good on foot. Like I say, I've reviewed another S2 batch of the Kobe 6 Del Sol and really like this batch. Honestly, I've yet to review a Kobe 6 batch that I did not like. You know, the World Killer, the God Killer, now these S2s, they've all been really, really good. So this back panel is done in that patent leather material. Looks good. You can see the stitch lines, everything is nice and clean, tucked in, just high quality and craftsmanship on this pair from HEYHOP. I am very impressed with these Kobe's. You can see the little notch, the padding sticking out a little bit right there, which that is correct. Let's move around to the back of the shoe, and the back of the shoe has a very good shape to it. You can see right here, the lines kind of coming up to almost like a point. Okay, that's what you want. You don't want it to be boxy. That looks good. And of course you can see the tongue. Everything is lined up very well. You've got this nice green, well, it's actually more translucent, but heel cup with the red Kobe signature. So everything looks good there. And then on the medial side of the shoe, again, it's just more high quality. I just didn't see any flaws on this pair. When I took them out of the box, just didn't notice any imperfections at all. The shoe is looking very, very good from HEYHOP.ru. Let's take a look at the other one, guys. But yeah, it's looking extremely good as well. Like I say, no flaws, lines, everything looks good. High quality, just high build quality, good craftsmanship. Feels like a shoe that will hold up. Like I say, I have played basketball in some S2 batch Kobe's and had good success with those. So I'm looking forward to playing in these as well. I feel like it's going to be, you know, the same thing, because obviously it's the same batch of shoes, just the different colorway. So the tech specs and everything should be the same. Like I say, you do get zoom airbags front and back on this shoe, so that you know, that's a bonus to this particular batch and the World Killer, but this one for sure. So let's take a look. It also did come with the bonus red laces, of course, in a Nike bag. This was attached to the shoe. I just went and cut it loose before the video so that, you know, I didn't have them flopping around the way, but you can see they are the correct size. That's one thing. Some of the replicas, they'll send you the extra laces, but they're too thick. They're not like the correct Kobe laces. You know, the Kobe laces have a pretty distinct size to them, so these are correct. It of course came with the correct insole. Like I say, I've reviewed and played in enough Kobe's. I know when the insole is correct, and this is. It's got the right materials, the right thickness. Yeah, everything's looking good there. So let's move these to the side, guys, and we're gonna take a look at the box real quick. It does come with just your typical Kobe 6 Protro box. It's got the Kobe signature and logo there in that gloss print. On this side, you've got a gloss swoosh. And then moving around to the size tag, Kobe 6 Protro, green apple, black volt, and crimson. That is correct, size 13, and they do run true to size. And inside, you just have your typical white Kobe paper. This is the correct size box. Sometimes even getting the correct box, it is not the correct size. I've gotten some where the box was a bit small, maybe for the size shoe that you're getting. That is not the case with this one from HEYHOP. They sent the correct size box as well. So just a great pair of Kobe's. And you know, I get people asking me, you know, why do you review different batches or different sellers? And it's because I want you guys to see the different options out there. And for whatever reason, my channel, you know, Kobe's get the most views. I love playing basketball in Kobe's, and like I say, they get the most views. So I want to give you guys what you are enjoying the most. And so I'm going to keep reviewing as many Kobe's as I can get my hands on. When I can find high quality sellers like HeyHop.ru, I'm going to send those your way. So that is my unboxing review of this Kobe 6, the S2 batch in the Grinch colorway from HeyHop.ru. I really appreciate you checking it out, and be on the lookout, guys. We've got a lot more reviews coming your way.